Hey, wrestling fans, welcome to the One Wing Wrestling Podcast, where we help you navigate the complex world of pro wrestling, bring you the best matches, world class wrestlers, and news you can count on. At One Wing Wrestling, we bring the elite to you. My name is Krishna and joining me, as always, is Mr. Bill Cupbush. Bill, how's it going?
It's getting hyped. It is now for us, it's Thursday evening right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're only do 3 short days from
Mm-hmm.
Forbidden Door, which also makes us 3 short days from what we're here tonight for. But first, I have got to say a very quick early happy birthday to
Oh,
one Mr. Krishna Denai,
thank you,
who
thank
has his
you.
birthday tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Thank you. Yes, I do have my birthday tomorrow. Got the day off. So, yeah, I'm just gonna relax tomorrow. Prepare for this weekend
Right.
upcoming.
Exactly. Get ready for Sunday when we will be
Yeah,
watching 13 hours of wrestling.
it's gonna be quite the experience, that's for sure.
Yep, that's true. Well, actually, in-ring matches, not 13 hours,
No,
but
no,
the
definitely
day
not.
starts
No.
at 11, and I'm guessing we'll end somewhere around midnight.
Yeah, yeah, which is hey, you know what? It's not that bad. So I
Yep,
mean,
exactly. So
though I
that
do think Forbidden Door is going past midnight, but that's just me.
oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's a possibility too.
Mhm.
But hey, them's the breaks, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, in case you guys hadn't guessed, we are here to start talking about the copious amounts of wrestling that we've got on the weekend because Krishna and I were not only going to be attending Forbidden Door, and you'll be getting a preview show for that later on, I suspect sometime mid Saturday
Yeah.
morning. Um, but we also will be attending Smash Wrestling's event. Two of them actually. They've got a card with Femme Fatales called Girls Next Door that starts at 11:30 in the morning on Saturday, though the doors will open well before that. And at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they are combining with Defy Wrestling out of Seattle and Progress Wrestling out of the UK for Smash times Progress times Defy. And we will be looking at both of those cards because Christian and I will be attending both of those shows in preparation for wandering over and taking in Forbidden Door. So, are you ready to go through the card that we have now? Because as far as I'm aware, we basically
Mhm.
got all the matches now.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so Smash Times Femme Fatales, for those of you who don't know, Femme Fatales is an all women wrestling promotion that runs out of Quebec. And so they are bringing some of their talent over and fighting against some Smash talent and some talent that's coming in from outside, as is the case with many of these events. And the first match, I don't know if it'll be the first match on the card, but it'll be the first one we discuss, is Mercedes Martinez taking on Masha Slamovich. Now, Mercedes is now 42, hails from Connecticut. She's been wrestling for 23 years. She's basically been everywhere. I mean, most of you are probably quite familiar with her run with AEW and ROH. She's been, like I said, everywhere. Shimmer, ROH, more independents than I can name. She appeared in Stardom in 2011, where she lost to Nanai Takahashi in Korakuen Hall as part of a title tournament. She was Femme Fatale's champion in 2013, appeared on both Mae Young Classics, making it to the semifinals in the first one. She's probably also known for her stint on WWE as a member of Retribution.
Hmm.
And yep, she also wrestled for Impact in the last 5 years as well. NXT, AEW, ROH, Impact, WWE. So she's been around. She's quite good in the ring. We are familiar. And Masha Slamovich. Now, she's young. 24 years old. She debuted in 2016, wrestled for GCW and Impact. So we're kind of getting a match here that we've got a relative newcomer. She's been wrestling now for 7 years, but taking on the storied vet in Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna assume that this is gonna be Mercedes putting over the newcomer, but maybe not. Maybe this is Mercedes coming back to Femme Fatale wrestling here. Like, she was a champion, as you said, previously. Like,
Yep, 10
did
years
they bring her
ago.
back? Because like almost like a not legends, she's not that old, but I mean like, like did they bring her back to like, kind of win this match? Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm thinking maybe she's putting over the Slamovich. So yeah, I'm thinking she's putting her over. But Mercedes is good. Like I mean, she's not a bad wrestler in any way. She's very sound in the ring, and it all depends on who she wrestles most of the time. So I'm hoping for a good match. I guess we're gonna find out. I just know that she's pretty good in the ring.
Yep. No, that's quite true. I think this is going to be a good match. Masha Slamovich comes with a good reputation.
Mhm.
She was good enough to appear in Impact and GCW. So, I actually think that this is going to be Mercedes' victory, though. So I'm going to go with
Oh, okay,
Mercedes on this one,
okay.
and we will see what happens. But I think that it's going to be a good match. I think Masha's going to put on a solid show against Mercedes, but I think Mercedes will pull it out in the end as kind of a triumphant return
Hmm.
of a legend.
Okay.
We shall see. So yeah, though I am looking forward to this match because I've seen a ton of Mercedes Martinez matches. I've never seen her live. So Trish Adora taking on Vanessa Kraven. Trish Adora, most recently, you would have seen her lose on Rampage a week ago
Hmm.
to Taya Valkyrie, but she's 34, American, wrestling since 2016. Again, 7 years. She's the one who served in the Army 8 years before that. She's wrestled for ROH, GCW, Progress, and like I said, AEW. She lost to Mercedes Martinez for the ROH title at one point. And Vanessa Kraven. She is Canadian from Montreal. She's 41, debuted in 2004. She's wrestled for Ice Ribbon, Pro Wrestling Wave, JWP in Japan, Mid South Wrestling. She's been with Femme Fatales since 2014. She also appeared in the Mae Young Classic and has appeared on Dark, wrestling Hikaru Shida. So
Hmm.
they both come with a fairly decent resume there walking into this. I saw the Trish Adora match on Rampage. It wasn't much, of course, because it was
No.
pretty much a
Yeah.
Taya Valkyrie squash.
Mhm.
But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to judge because it really was a squash match on Rampage. This is on, I guess, the 34 versus the 42. Like, who do they put? Who gets the win here? Um, Maybe they give Trisha Dora the win. I mean, it seems like she's kind of like, I'm not going to say the most popular one, but she's been more recently on, I guess, like television. Um, so maybe they give her the win, but like, it's really hard because like I didn't really get to see Trish wrestle at all. It's just literally a squash match. So I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Trish is gonna win this match.
Okay. I'm going to go the opposite again because, Vanessa Craven's wrestled in for Pro Wrestling Wave, Ice Ribbon. She's battled Hikaru Shida, so I'm totally going to go with her because
Okay. Okay.
I think that Japanese cred is going to put her over in this match. I'm looking forward to this one though because I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I mean, you don't get around to that much wrestling if you're not solid in your craft.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
yep. Then we have a match with someone that we are already familiar with, Ms. Seleziya Sparx,
Mhm.
taking on Taylor Rising. Seleziya, for those of you who don't know, she's from Toronto, 31 years old, debuted in 2010. She's wrestled for a ton of independents, including GCW and Rev Pro. She was on the October 18th, 2022 AEW Dark, where she lost to Willow Nightingale. Taylor Rising's from Hamilton, so this is really about this is the Battle of Ontario here, Toronto versus Hamilton. Taylor was trained locally. She wrestled Seleziya on Impact on May 27th, and she wrestles a lot for Barry Wrestling, Super Kick. She's been on Dark. She took on Emi Sakura and Serena Deeb with Casey Spinelli as her partner. She also faced Athena for the ROH Women's Championship on Dark Elevation in March 2022. So yeah, this is your Battle of Ontario.
Yeah, we saw Seleziya last time, right? We went to
Mm-hmm.
a show. I really liked her on that show. She played that character so well, and it
Mm-hmm.
was very, very hard hitting as well. So and I do kind of remember Taylor Rising from Dark. I think I do remember her there as well. Hmm. You know what? Based on what I've seen, and again, I, Dark had some good matches. I think I'm gonna go with Seleziya on this one. I think I was really impressed by her wrestling last time, so I'm gonna go with her taking the win.
Yeah, I'm going with you on this one as well. She's very good in the ring.
Mhm.
I really liked her match the last time that we saw her. Um, she's got a lot of talent. She's got a great character. Toronto girl. How can you go wrong cheering for the hometown? Unless it's Kenny Omega and you have to cheer for Will Ospreay, but we'll get to that in a couple days. But but No, I'm gonna go with Seleziya as well, and I'm looking forward to this match. I really want to see what they can do. I love seeing like people who are from the area fighting other people from the
From the
area.
area.
So
Agreed.
yeah, it's
Agreed.
pretty damn cool. Um, hey, speaking of people from the area, another hometown girl, Jody Threat, who we're familiar with, who is 34 years old from Toronto, debuted in 2017. Did you know she calls her F5 finisher the F416?
Oh no, I didn't.
I did
I did
not
not
know
know that.
that, but seems suitable. For those of you who don't know, 416 is the area code for Toronto. She has held a few championships on the Indies. She currently works for Impact, and she recently defeated Seleziya in a televised match on Impact in April. So
Yeah.
she
Sorry, go
is
ahead.
facing Allie Katch.
Mhm.
She's American from Texas, debuted in 2011. The majority of her matches recently have been with GCW. She wrestled one match on Dark in 2021 where she lost against Big Swole.
Yeah, I think I remember her. Uh, it's quite some time now. But I mean, Jody Threat, the hometown girl, I kind of feel like she's going to win this match. I think like she was on the last show. Yeah, I think Jody's taking this match. She's I think I'm more shocked that Jody's so young. Like I thought she's been doing this forever, right? At this
Yeah.
point, because she has such a huge fan base. Like Toronto, my God, they erupt when she comes out, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I kind of feel Jody's taking this one.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I was surprised too.
Mhm.
She's only been wrestling 6 years, which I mean, that's still a long
It's
time
still long, yeah.
considering, I mean, but yeah, I thought she'd been wrestling longer than that too. Also
Same.
because her wrestling is quite good.
Hmm.
I mean, she does this like fast-paced, harried, almost out of control, chaotic style,
Yeah,
but does it in a way that's very contained, if you know what I mean. Like
agreed.
it's so yeah, she's very entertaining. And yeah, I also think that in this case, the hometown girl is getting the win. So we're picking we're 2 for 2 picking Toronto wrestlers.
All right. Okay. Makes
Well,
sense.
we have a four-way. Mary Lee Rose taking on Casey Spinelli, taking on Miley, taking on Kristara. Now, Mary Lee Rose is Canadian from Quebec, debuted in 2009 with Femme Fatales, and she's wrestled almost exclusively in Quebec.
Mhm.
Casey Spinelli, Toronto born, 37 years old, debuted in 2009 as well. She worked for Impact from 2017 to 19, wrestled in Britain, mainly in North American Indies, though, since 2019. And she also has been on AEW Dark, as I mentioned earlier. She was the tag team partner for Taylor Rising in one of the matches. Kristara, not a lot out there about her. She dubs herself the sweetest pea. She's from Montreal, wrestles in Quebec, young, fairly new. That's about all I could find. So I'll be interested to see how she actually works. And we know Miley. We've seen Miley a couple times now. Debuted in August 2021. She's only 24. She's from Ontario, not sure where in Ontario, and has wrestled almost exclusively in Ontario in the last couple of years. But she is very new and just started wrestling recently.
Interesting. Yeah, this is another match where I'm like, I don't know much about these wrestlers. I know a little bit, but not too much. So it's really hard to judge their work. Like, I mean, most of them, if I've ever seen them, probably were in squash matches and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really tough.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to vote for Miley. I'm gonna say she's gonna win. Being the youngest person, I think she's the youngest person in this match, right? So
Yep.
yeah, yes. So I'm voting for her. I think she's gonna win it.
Okay. You're going with Miley.
I'm going with the dark horse. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Very much a dark horse, I think. I think she might be actually be in there to take the
Take the pin.
pin.
Yep,
Yes.
probably, most likely.
So, right. I am going to say that the up and comer that I think is going to grab this one is Kristara
Okay. Okay.
because I just get a feeling that she seems to have a fairly um strong character about her and stuff, even though she's quite new and it's tough to get information. But this one's a real toss up because you got four people, any of the four could actually win this match, right? I wouldn't, it wouldn't surprise me if this is the second or third match on the card that comes out.
Got it.
Yep. It looks like it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm not sure who's going to win either. I'm really just kind of throwing a dart at the board and going, yeah, I'll pick Kristara. And then we have our championship matches. We have two championship matches on this card. The first one is Alexia Nicole, the Femme Fatales champion, and she is taking on Nicole Matthews for that championship. Now, Alexia is from Toronto, 27
Mhm.
years old, debuted in 2013. She's been Femme Fatales champion for a while, hit the PWI top women 3 times since
Oh
her
wow.
debut, the highest at number 94. She mainly competes at various independents in Ontario and Quebec. And Nicole Matthews, Canadian from Coquitlam, BC. We'll be hearing a lot of BC when we get to the men's show. She's 36, debuted in 2006. She wrestled for Shimmer, was in the Mae Young Classic in 2018. She's been with Femme Fatale since 2010. She's the one who had been banned from working in the US for 5 years due to a visa issue, but that's ending this year. So pretty soon she may be able to take her talent back to the US again. But they're going at it for the championship, and Nicole Matthews is actually wrestling 3 matches in less than 24 hours.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there's not going to be a title change. I feel like the Femme Fatale, Alessia Nicole, she's gonna win it. She's been the champion for a while. She's Toronto born, so I kind of feel like again, I'm going hometown here. I think she's gonna win in her hometown. It's not WWE, so I don't think the hometown girl always loses. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with Alessia Nicole winning this match.
Yeah, me too. I don't think we're getting a championship change here either. I mean, Nicole Matthews may be the hardest working woman over those 24 hours, but yeah, I don't think she's going to be winning this championship. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm also going to go with Alexia Nicole. Also, again, hometown girl.
Hmm?
And then we have Nikita, the Smash Wrestling Women's Champion, and she's taking on Liiza Hall. Liiza is 25 from Surrey, BC, debuted in 2016. She is the self proclaimed master of the Rain City stretch, probably her finisher. Nikita immigrated to Toronto as a child from the Ukraine. We've seen her
Yep.
defend her title before on Smash. She was born in Ukraine. She started training in Toronto at age 17. She's 32 now. The
Oh
vast
wow.
majority of her matches are in Ontario. She went to school for early childhood educator and originally wanted to work as an elementary school teacher. So there you go. But anyway, she's defending her title against. Sorry, my mind went. Blah. She's defending her title against Liiza Hall.
Yeah, I didn't even know Nikita was that old. I actually thought she was a lot younger. So she does not look in her 30s. She looks like in her early 20s, if anything. So that's a compliment to you, Nikita. She plays her role so well. Like she's so awesome the way she plays her heel persona. So I'm going with her. I don't think there's going to be a championship change here. I think she's retaining. She hasn't been in Toronto for a while because either she was, I don't know if she's injured, but she hasn't been wrestling. She hasn't wrestled in I think 2 to 3 events right now.
The Toronto
In
events,
Toronto,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So I think she's coming here and she's winning.
Yep. No, she's been wrestling, just not in
Mhm.
Toronto.
Yeah.
But yeah, true story. Arda Okal is the one who got her hooked up for wrestling training in
Oh, okay,
Toronto.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, there you go. Um, yeah, I also think she's retaining. It's way too early to take this belt
Yeah,
off her right now, right? And especially, I don't really think they want the Smash Women's Championship to be on someone who normally wrestles way out west. you know? So
fair, fair.
so I think just geography may be a determining factor in this one too. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, Nikita's very good, and I don't think she's losing this belt anytime soon. So yeah, we're real hometown boys here on this one, Krishna. We
To
basically picked the Toronto-born person for
win everything.
just about every match, and the only two that we disagreed on in that were the ones that didn't have someone from Toronto.
Yep,
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 and of course the four-way where
yeah. I picked the person's probably gonna get pinned. Yes, but
Yes, yeah, exactly. So that's okay though. So yeah, that is the Femme Fatales card. Look, we're getting I like this too because I think we're getting exposed to a lot of like talent we haven't seen before in a ring.
yeah, I've
And I
never seen.
love that because it's a great way to find new people to cheer for, right? I mean, look, we saw Seleziya Sparx for the first time last time.
That's
And
true.
now we're both going for her in this event.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be good times. And then starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have Smash versus Defy versus Progress. And we have 6 matches announced for this one right now. One just announced this afternoon. So we have First of all, Schaff versus Bryan Keith. Now, Schaff is a Navy vet. He's a big power lifter guy, brawler wrestler, taking on Bryan Keith, who is a freelancer American. They both work the indies quite extensively. Neither one of them are particularly young. I think this is going to be more of your, a couple of brawlers, but from what I understand, I haven't seen either of them wrestle. Bryan Keith is apparently quite quick as well. So
Okay, so I'm gonna choose Shaft as because I think his name is cooler than just regular old Brian Keith. Sorry, Brian. I'm just gonna choose him. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go with Shaft.
okay, I'm just going to be contrarian for fun, and I'm going to pick Bryan Keith
Keith.
just because
Okay.
I'm going to be like, no, he's going to overcome big powerlifting guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's what I think. I haven't seen either one of them, but hey, it's probably going to be a fun match. So
Exactly. Exactly.
we have Charles Crowley, who we know and love from the UK, taking on Gringo Loco. Gringo Loco being 37. He's American. He's the guy I've talked about before, who's the lucha base guy, who Vikingo mentioned, great compliments to him because he knows what to do when he's fighting a luchador. Of course, he's not
Fair.
fighting a luchador here. He's fighting Charles Crowley.
No, but Crowley's awesome, and he's my pick for the win. Obviously, I think Crowley is like, I don't understand why a guy like this isn't on a main roster of like one of the big, promotions, right?
Yeah.
Like I think he's just his persona is just so like he's so unique, and that's what I love
Mm-hmm.
about him, and he really is. Very, very good in the ring.
Yep.
So if Crowley was to join AEW, like I'd be his biggest fan. Like, he's so cool. And at first, when I first ever saw him wrestle, I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna hate this guy. I don't like this gimmick, but he's so good in the ring. I was so impressed with him. So yeah, I'm Crowley 100%.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going for Crowley too. And this is because well, I've never seen Gringo Loco, so I'm sure we're gonna get
True,
some good
true.
stuff out of him
Yeah.
too. But I love Crowley. He's so good in the ring. I think he's going to win this. No problem. You're right. I don't understand why he's not wrestling for one
No,
of the major
no.
companies. Because you're right. His persona is great.
So
His
good.
wrestling is spot on.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say his character is who Kip Sabian wishes he could be?
You said this before, and I
Yes.
I I I 100% agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Is and that's my fear. If he was to join AEW, not that Kip Sabian's doing much, he would basically just like overshadow Kip Sabian.
Mm-hmm.
Overshadow him. So Kip Sabian needs to go back to a super bad Kip Sabian and, and
Yes.
and stay there. And they need to get Crowley in. And then he's just so awesome. He's just so cool.
Yep. Exactly. He really is. We also have the Bollywood Boys taking on Matt Cross and Juventud Guerrera. Now,
Ooh.
the Bollywood Boys from Burnaby, BC, debuted in 2005 to 6. They're most famous for their stint on NXT and 205 Live from 2016 to 2021, which is where I mostly knew them from back in my WWE watching days. When NXT was the cool show. They were Jinder Mahal's managers at one
Mhm,
point.
mhm.
On October 17th, 2022, they lost to the Guns on Dark Elevation. They have been the Defy Tag Team Champions before. Matt Cross, we know he's a vet, been around for quite a while, wrestled just about everywhere. And well, Hoovy, we know Hoovy.
We know who he. Yeah.
I remember his matches with Jericho quite well in
Hmm.
WCW. So the guy can move.
Hmm.
Now, hey, I don't know if he can still move in 2023. We're going to find out.
Yeah, well, we saw him on Dynamite last year, right?
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. We
yeah,
did.
yeah. So I mean, even then, like he can move, but obviously not as well as he did back in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of feel this match is going to go to the vets. I feel like for some reason, I don't know why, that the Hoovy and Cross are going to get the win here, right? The Bollywood boys, yeah, they if they lose to Juventud and Cross, like this might be like Juventud might have been people like someone they've watched growing up, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the Bollywood boys are not old; they're young guys.
Yep.
So I'm like, maybe it's one of those fantasy matches where they're like, yeah, if we get to face off against Juventud Guerrero, why not, right? We'll take the pin for him. So I'm kind of going with Juvi and Cross as the winners of this match.
I'm going to go the opposite direction, but I have a reason for it. Smash likes to pin the incoming big fats.
Fair. We saw it happen with Scotty and stuff like that, right? So
yeah,
right.
we saw that with Scott. We saw it happen with oh my God, why can't I remember? Oh, Drago and
But I mean, okay, so I get, but Smash also, when Scotty got pinned, he was facing Psycho Mike.
Yes.
Right? Psycho Mike's one of the biggest draws for Smash. You wouldn't have Psycho Mike lose to Scotty. Now, the Bollywood Boys, I'm not sure how big of a draw they are for Smash. That's the only reason why I was like, Juventud's gonna get no in here, right?
Right.
But I don't know.
Well, you weren't watching NXT back when they were Jinder Mahal's managers.
No. I remember them as Jinder Mahal's managers. That's why. That's why when I saw them on facing off against the Guns and Dynamite, I'm like, these guys look really familiar.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, they're the guys from WWE who were just following Jinder Mahal around in their suits and stuff like that. Yes, I totally remember that. But yeah, it's
they're very good in the ring though. Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm gonna go with them. You know, in spite of their tag team name, which, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Bollywood Boys as a tag team name, but hey guys, whatever. You do you. We have a newly announced match. Okay. Sovereign, which is a trio stable coming out of Defy, who I honestly do not know who these guys are.
Okay.
I have never heard of them till today. Now, that just means I probably don't follow Defy closely enough, but there's no information on them anywhere that I could find either. So they're just Sovereign. So it's 3 guys. They all look pretty young. That's my thing. Okay. And they're fighting Brent Banks, Von Vertigo, and Psycho Mike.
Oh, come on. Like, is this even a question who's going to win? Like, Banks, I don't know if I remember seeing him wrestle, but Vertigo and Mike, come on. Like, those two are your draws right there, right? So obviously the Smash guys are gonna win, like, right? So this is kind of like a given. Psycho Mike, I don't think I've ever seen Psycho Mike's team with the Von Vertigo before. No,
we have not, but
yeah,
it should be kind of funny.
It's gonna be funny as heck, right? So this is probably gonna be like potentially the match of the night because we know Von Vertigo, we know Psycho Mike, and like they put on great matches. So yeah, I'm it's probably gonna be my match of the night, but like a match of the afternoon, whatever you want to call it. But like, yeah, they're beating the Sovereign. They're beating Sovereign.
More than likely. I'm gonna go. I'm agreeing with you. I can't go against the hometown boys again. Yeah. but I'm really interested in seeing Sovereign because it's weird that I can find nothing. You know, I'm pretty good at digging stuff up, right? And I couldn't find a damn thing. And I find that very interesting. So either they're a super new group and don't have any presence yet, but they didn't even list their names or anything. It's just Sovereign, right?
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how good they are in the ring. They've got a pretty decent look. You know, they look kind of like tough heel type guys, which makes sense if they're fighting Psycho Mike and Von Vertigo, right? And Brent Banks, who is kind of a good guy too, right? So yeah, like Brent Banks is also from Toronto, so he's been around since 2006. Well, then we have 2 title matches. The first is Vert Vixen, the Defy Women's Champion, taking on Nicole Matthews. That's her 3rd match in 24 hours. Allie Katch, her 2nd match in 24 hours, and Session Moth Martina for the Defy Women's Championship. Now, Vert is Texan, debuted in 2019. We've talked about her a few times on this show. You've mentioned her during the AEW Roundup a few times. She's appeared on Dark and Dark Elevation multiple times, but generally as a quintessential jobber. I don't think she's won a single match on Dark or Dark Elevation. She's been there multiple times. So you've noted her talent on multiple occasions. She's wrestled for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling and DDT in Japan, and she's a cosplayer. Already talked about Nicole Matthews and Allie Katch, but Session Moth Martinez, she's Irish, 32, debuted in 2011. She was with Ring of Honor from 2019 to 22, and she wrestled in Stardom briefly with Oedo Tai in 2018, and she made one appearance on Dark in 2022, losing to Ruby Soho, but importantly, she was named top female wrestler in ROH in 2020.
Okay. I think Vert's winning this match. I don't think there's going to be any title change here. Again, it's just remembering what obviously I'd said about her earlier is that I remember her being like very good, even though she lost. So yeah, I think this match is going to be good. I think Vert's going to win it.
Right. I cannot disagree with you at all. Because I don't see a title change happening here to take the title back to Defy. Sorry, my notes got all messed up for a second. I was just fixing them. So no, Vert Vixen has been a very good champion, right? She's had a number of title defenses now at this point, I believe, and quite good. And as you pointed out, she has been quite good in her matches with AEW. So yeah. I am looking forward to this match quite a bit, actually, because I will be interested to see her live. And then we have what's probably the main event, Spike Trivet, the Progress champion, taking on Artemis Spencer. Artemis is from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. He's been around since 2012. He's wrestled quite extensively in a lot of places. So, he's another Canadian guy challenging for the Progress Wrestling Championship. Spike Trivet, he debuted in 2016 with Progress, been with them ever since. He's wrestled in some other independents, including WXW in Germany.
Yeah, I don't see any title changes happening here. I think Spike's gonna win it. I've never seen him wrestle. My assumption is he's good. He has a title. So we will see. I'm going with Spike as the winner here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, which means we have 4 title matches on these 2 cards, and we're predicting 0 title changes.
Yep.
Much like Forbidden Door, I'm going to assume. Yes, exactly. 0 title changes. So yeah, that's the card. Now, there are some things I would like to point out. Gringo Loco, the Bollywood Boys, Schaff, and Vert Vixen are all performing Saturday night in Portland at their big show there, the Defy show in Portland. Saturday night to race across to do this on Sunday afternoon. I would just like to point out that also on that card are Vikingo and Commander.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Just thought I would point that out in case, some other guys wanted to make a quick trip across to Toronto and, have a match. But
I'm just wondering if there's going to be any special guests, Swerve's not fighting, right?
No.
At Forbidden Door. Can he just swing by and say hello? I would love that, because that would make my day. I'm just wondering if there are going to be any surprises here.
See, what I want is Swerve to come out and call out the Smash champion.
Ooh. He's going to call out
Kevin Bennett.
Kevin Bennett?
I'd love to see Kevin Bennett, but also he's been having a feud with a certain Nick Wayne, who is also not on this card yet. And so I'm there's 6 matches, and if it starts at 3 p.m, you give 15 minutes a match. That's about an hour and a half wrestling, right? That's only like 4:30, 5 o'clock time, in time between the matches, 5:30-ish, right? There's room for more, because usually you get like what, 8 matches on a Smash card.
But I guess it depends on the length of the matches.
Yeah,
too, right?
but Yeah, but I mean, they don't generally go for like half-hour
No, no, they
matches
don't.
on indie shows most of the time, right? They tend to be a little shorter. So, I mean,
Mm.
even if these went 20, it's still a pretty short card. There's room on here for at least one match, you know?
Maybe, or they are being considerate of the show, right? Because
That's
remember,
also
they
possible.
they they take some time, as we said earlier, that they take some time to take that ring down to prepare
Yeah.
for the show. So
Hmm.
that might be what they're doing.
It could be because I mean, this is still a good card, even if we get nobody.
That's
So
true.
I mean,
That's
these
true.
are a bunch of matches that I'm definitely going to enjoy, and if it doesn't overstay its welcome and make me start getting jumpy to want to go to Forbidden Door, yeah, that's all good. Yes, I am one of those guys who likes to make sure I get everywhere at the exact time I want to be there. So yes, yeah, match of the night.
I think the Psycho Mike, as I said earlier, the Psycho Mike match with Von Vertigo is
Mhm.
going to be the match of the night.
Okay. Um, I'm going to agree with you, but I have a dark horse in the Vert Vixen match. I think that one might also be very, very good.
Yeah,
And you never know, Spike Trivet and Artemis Spencer could surprise us. We haven't exactly seen these guys in the
exactly.
ring before.
That's
So
it, right?
so I'm also gonna pick the Psycho Mike match because Psycho Mike is like one of the gods of Toronto wrestling. So you know, and putting him in there with Von Vertigo, who is also freaking amazing, and Brent Banks. I could have sworn I've seen Brent Banks before, and like he's kind of, from what I understand, he's like quick. He's one of those
Yeah.
fast guys, so he'll fit in well with like the Von Vertigos of the, and then they have Psycho Mike as their partner, so that should be
So
pretty
cool.
great. Yes,
So cool.
yes, and then of course we also have Charles Crowley. So
Oh, my boy
yep.
Crowley.
So we got some damn good wrestling to watch before we head off into Forbidden Door. But that is our preview of the Smash card from Toronto. There are tickets still available for those of you who are interested. SmashWrestling.com. You can find them there. Yeah, and you can either buy a group ticket for the two shows together, or you can get either show separately if you only want to see Femme Fatales or you only want to see Defy Progress Smash. So yeah. Anyway, that's our preview, and we will be back in a couple days with our preview for Forbidden Door, which, in case Krishna and I haven't mentioned often enough, we will be attending live. So there you go. Um, cool. But on that note, we must depart. Do you have any final words, Krishna?
No, no. It's just I can't believe Forbidden Door is almost here. That's
I know.
it's amazing.
Yep. But as the great one always says, goodbye, everybody. Mwah, and good night. Bang.
Good night, everyone.